Investigators still trying to determine a motive behind that standoff and barricade in Winnetka that left 5 people, including an LAPD SWAT officer, dead. The first one in the history of the LAPD. Bob DeCastro is at the scene now with the very latest. Bob, good morning.
Good morning, Tony. You can see behind me here that this house is still very much a crime scene as the investigation continues. The coroner's office expected to formally release the names of the dead at some point today. The bodies have been removed, but family members have identified the gunman as 20-year-old Edwin Rivera. The victims, his father and his 2 brothers, also killed, a highly decorated member of the SWAT team. He's left the department completely shaken. By the time flames raced through this house on Welby Way, 5 people had been killed, including veteran LAPD SWAT officer Randal Simmons. The 51-year-old father of 2 is the first member of the elite unit to die in the line of duty.
A man who loved his community, loved his family, loved his God, and loved this department.
The standoff leading to Simmons' death began Wednesday night.
A male caller telephoned 911 and reported that he had killed a number of individuals and come and get them.
Further calls from the suspect led police to believe some victims could be alive. At 12:30 a.m., SWAT went in to save them.
2 of our officers were met immediately with that gunfire and went down.
Officer Simmons was fatally shot in the neck. Officer James Veenstra shot in the face. He survived, but part of his jaw was blown off.
Suspect had at least 2 weapons that we're aware of. We believe a shotgun and a handgun.
Here comes SWAT right in the back, ram in the house.
Hours later, a round of tear gas brought out a woman who'd been hiding in a closet.
We rescued her, brought her away from the scene, and she began talking with us as to what had occurred inside.
Flames erupted, forcing the suspect out, but he came out firing and was taken down by a police sniper.
Today's a sad and tragic day. I can tell you that for me this is a particularly personal loss because both individuals were assigned to my children last year.
And doctors are saying Officer Veenstra is very lucky that the bullet did not hit his brain. As for the suspect, Edwin Rivera, police say he has had run-ins with the law in the past. He may have had some connections with a gang and may have had some mental problems. But family members call him quiet. They say he was introverted, and they say he became depressed when his mother died some 9 years ago. That's the very latest from Winnetka. Bob DeCastro, Gene and Tony, back to you.
All right, Bob. Well, as you can imagine, the residents living in that Winnetka neighborhood are pretty upset about what happened. Amy Murphy has that side of the story for us.
It's quite a stir in this little quiet neighborhood.
Welby Way in Winnetka. Neighbors say a normally peaceful street, now overflowing with media covering this tragedy.
I came out front and immediately the police said, get back in your house and lock your doors.
Just on the other side of police tape, children playing. 2 daycare centers around the corner. One leaves this note for parents. It reads, "We left in search of a safe place." Marcy Spencer lives behind the crime scene and heard the fatal shots.
And then right when we fell asleep, I woke up hearing gunshots again. And then a few minutes later, I knock at the door, and that's when they escorted us out the back.
Spencer and her family still in their pajamas and awaiting word at midday on when it would be safe to go home. Everybody out here stunned that this happened where they live. One person too afraid to be identified talked about having met the suspect a few times.
He didn't seem like he had a lot of anger. It just seemed like he was kind of lost. He just kind of somewhat gone, like maybe mentally ill or something, but he was a nice guy.
A family friend who knew the suspect's brother is also surprised.
They felt there was something wrong with the younger brother, but they never, he talked to my friend on his way home and didn't think there was any kind of danger, like, from his baby brother.
Even neighbors who didn't know anyone involved, just stunned at the loss of so many lives.
I felt worse for the families of the officers. I couldn't believe what was happening.
In Winnetka, Amy Murphy, Fox 11 News.